Hey, hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here today. So today I'm going to talk about momentum. Momentum is key to crossing the finish line with your goals. So harnessing the power of momentum is imperative to reaching your goals, and it's essential to becoming successful. It's important that you immediately set about gathering momentum as soon as you set your goals. Don't let them languish while you think about it. Begin immediately. I couldn't be more adamant about this. Getting into momentum, it makes all the difference. So when surfers go out and they're catching a big wave, they can't hesitate, right? They have to use the power of momentum or give up and wait for the next wave. They have to take that wave when it's there. If they wait too long or they try to catch the wave before it's the right time, they might make a tumble or the wave will give out before it peaks. And momentum works the same way in life as it does for surfers. When the momentum's there, ride the waves of it until you reach your goals. Don't wait for something to happen to begin the momentum. Create it yourself. You have to create it. So, momentum's easier to keep going if you set a schedule for yourself and for reaching your goals. Hi, Krima. Good to see you. So know that you're going to have to leave your comfort zone at times, and you've got to stop making excuses for dawdling, right? Every moment that you hesitate will make it even more difficult for you to move forward. And don't allow yourself to procrastinate, because procrastination is the enemy of momentum. As long as you keep putting off what you should have already begun, the momentum will never come and you'll never reach your goals. So you can effectively use momentum to overcoming procrastination by getting into action, by taking action. When you do this, your goals will become more into focus and it will be easier to overcome obstacles and keep riding that momentum towards success. You've likely heard that expression, a rolling stone gathers no moss, right? Well, moss is a slow growing, flowerless plant that can be found in the stillness of forests and places where there's nothing to disturb it. When you're moving towards meeting your goals, gathering moss is impossible. There's light and there's movement. Those are the enemies of moss, just as the enemy of reaching your goals is doing nothing. So, action should be your main focus when you're setting about to reach your goals. Hi, Marcia. Oh, awesome. After the campaign I just had, this was on point. Missed my goal by $500. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, maybe this will help you. Thanks for being here. So, action is critical, right? Action should be your main focus when you're setting about to reach your goals. And as you move and create, then momentum is built and your confidence grows and results are achieved. So, to keep from being overwhelmed by ambitious goals, break them down. Break your goals down into small steps. So, small steps are easier to take than big ones, and they eventually add up. But it's more than that. You'll give each step the momentum it needs by focusing on that rather than looking too far ahead. And as you get started, each step naturally leads to another, and it kind of sets off a chain reaction. So you just start feeling like, okay, I did that. What's next? What's next? Right? And if a step seems too difficult or it's not something you relish, do it anyway. The more that you accomplish, the more you want to accomplish. Each time you finish one of your steps, you're proving to yourself that you're making progress and that you can do what you set out to do, that your journey is successful. We aren't wired to keep spending our energy on something that we believe we can achieve. Your brain needs that positive input, and your spirit's pretty grateful for it too, right? So sometimes you're going to start to feel like someone who's on your way to success, and that's going to make it easier to keep pushing through. But sometimes your momentum might slow down, right? Or it isn't going to make it till the next step. Then in that case, you might need to make your goals or your steps even smaller. Sometimes we just find ourselves lagging, and that's okay because it happens to the best of us. So when you find yourself lagging or slowing down, maybe you need a momentum boost. So give yourself even smaller sub goals, make them doable. Some days that might mean that your goal is pretty small than what your usual standards are, and that's totally okay. Finish that step, achieve that smaller goal, and give yourself a high five to accomplishing it. Then set a new one. Make it another incredibly small one if you need to, and then hit that one too. Giving yourself small, accomplishable sub goals keeps your brain focused on the smaller, can doable steps of your big goal. And then it gives you that energetic charge of having done them. Isn't that much better than you kicking yourself around the room for the next day and a half because you're a failure? Right? And guess which one of those results in more momentum and more progress towards your finish line, right? Completing those small steps or beating yourself up, right? We know which one it is. So if you need to break your smaller goals into even smaller sub goals, then by all means do it. Marcia says, that's a good plan. I often plan too much and then become overwhelmed. No, you're true. You're right. And we all do that. We all do that to some extent. We have our big goal up here, but we need to have steps. We need to have the stepping stones that are going to get you there. So, and then while you're on your way and you're building that momentum, don't give up. Think about why your goals are important and what will become possible for you if you keep taking one step at a time. Remember what Mark Twain said. He said, 20 years from now, you're going to be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from a safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, and discover. When it comes to momentum, viewing your journey as a series of what's my next step rather than a long drawn out, are we there yet? Will keep you exponentially more energized, confident, and motivated. You'll become resilient against setbacks. You'll be more apt to continue than to give up. The self-confidence you gain from taking action will spur you on to the next step and the next and the next. And then step by step, tiny goal by tiny goal, the book gets written, the money gets made, and maybe if the attic gets organized, if that's what you're working on, right? So, what is a can doable is often just a matter of perspective, and that's momentum. So, hey, now I'd love to hear from you. What challenge or goals are you working on? What kinds of things help you to take action and get into momentum? Or what most caught your attention in what I just talked about? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments below. I would love to hear your stories. Thank you, Krima and Marcia, for being live with me today, and anyone else who might be live who just hasn't commented, and anyone who's watching the replay, I appreciate you. So go out there and have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.